Welcome back to my channel, Pesca Vegan Traveler. We're going through Zambia and we're getting a little history as we drive through Zambia to get to the airport so we can get to Cape Town, South Africa.
It's just thrown together, you know.
They put a lot of stuff in there. We have several boxes.
You could put it all in there, but I can't have anything in the boxes.
Guys, this was the border of Botswana and Zambia. So we just left Botswana. Now you see Zambia is coming up right there. It says welcome to Zambia.
If we run out, we're going to let each other stop.
Exactly. Exactly.
You are this cannibal, there's something in your mind forever. You was born in a different world.
Yeah. Here goes the border. Welcome to Zambia, guys. We're about to cross into Zambia. Yeah. Cleaning, sweeping it, make it look nice and clean. Zambia is clean. Welcome to Zambia.
Welcome to Zambia.
Alright, you can go ahead and tell me something about your country, sir.
Right, before I do so, I want everybody to dance.
We are dancing, we are. You just can't see it.
Danced on behalf of everybody. Is this your first time to Zambia?
Yes.
Alright, thank you for coming or passing through. But yeah, we're glad you having about an hour or so into Zambia. You are in a country that is 752,000 square kilometers in size, subdivided into 10 provinces.
Okay.
So we are in the southern province of Zambia now. We are a landlocked country, but we prefer calling ourselves land-linked. So we have 8 neighboring countries surrounding us.
8?
8. From north anti-clockwise, we've got Democratic Republic of Congo, Angola, Namibia, and Botswana, where you've just come from, Zimbabwe, Malawi, Tanzania, Mozambique, Malawi, and Tanzania in that order.
Wow. Wow.
We are a country that also boasts of 73 local languages.
Whoa.
With English being the 74th, which happens to be our official language. We were a British colony until 1964 when we got our independence, and yeah, running our own affairs from 1964. So every 24th of October, we celebrate our independence.
That's good. So let me ask you a question.
Right.
Since you say you're bordered with 8 countries, can you go freely? Can you travel freely?
Right. In all our neighboring countries, we travel freely except for Democratic Republic of Congo.
Oh, you need a visa.
We need visas there, yes.
Okay.
Is there always a war in the Congo?
Congo is still unstable. We're a country that actually have harbored or a refugee country for most of the African countries. Angola used to have a lot of wars, civil wars, and most of their nationals that were running away are here. Some have been repatriated, but others are still here. Others have refused to go back, and we've decided to keep them here. Democratic Republic of Congo's nationals that have been running away from wars are here. We've had also some from Mozambique, which is, as we speak now, has some disturbances in that country. So we've had also Zimbabweans who were fighting for their independence also came here. We harbored their soldiers and helped them actually attain their independence. The road you drove on from Kasani to the border, but it all the way goes to Francistown, was a gift from the Zambian government to the Botswana people. So we helped actually many of the countries, including South Africa. We helped them in their apartheid struggle.
Okay. That's good. What's the population? I don't think you said that.
Right. Thank you for that question. Our population is estimated to be around 20 million people. From the last counting, we were about 19.6. That was the last. That was 2021. So we would say we're about 20 million people. Our capital city is Lusaka, which is north of Livingstone. And the population in the capital city is about 3.5 million. Livingstone, the tourist capital where we're heading to, we'll be there for only about an hour and a half or so. Has a population of about 350,000 people.
Okay.
And Livingstone happens to be a border town, so it borders Zimbabwe on the other side. We have Botswana at this side, and another border closer to us is Namibia. So on this road, you would actually get to Botswana, where you're coming from, you'd get to Namibia, you'd get to Angola, right on this same road.
So is there a place where you can see where all three places meet?
All the four countries, the Cap River, that's the bridge that you crossed. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the Cap River where you see the four countries.
Four countries meet. We did that. We experienced that right across the bridge. Is tourism your number one when it comes to your
Our economy is actually supported by three economic activities. Number one is mining.
Mining of what?
Copper.
Okay.
We have a lot of minerals. Name them: diamond, gold, emerald. Emeralds are said to be number 3 in terms of quality in the world.
Whoa.
Okay.
Better than Colombia.
Right.
I'm quite sure. I'm not sure.
So copper is the major mineral that we mine in the country. We are number 3 in the world. We used to be number 2, but Democratic Republic of Congo has overtaken us. First is Chile. Second, Democratic Republic of Congo. Then number 3 is Zambia. So we mine our copper and sell it to the outside world, with China being the biggest buyer of it. One problem. We take it out in its raw form and buy it back in its finished products.
You buy it back for more?
Buy it back in finished products like copper wires, pipes, bullets, and anything else that's made out of copper at a higher price. So that doesn't help us much.
That's horrible.
What we need to do is probably add value to the copper that we mine.
Alright, so we have one, mining. What's the next one?
Number 2 is agriculture.
Okay.
This is one area that we're still learning and improving. Some 15, 17 years ago, Zimbabwe used to be the food basket of the Southern Central Africa. But when they undertook their land reform policy, with so many of the white farmers being displaced out of their land, who were actually the producers of the food, their production went down. But the Zambian government took advantage of that and invited those that were being displaced to come into Zambia. And they are coming, so our production rising. And now we can say we grow enough for local consumption, with a few exports into Zimbabwe, back into Zimbabwe, and some of our neighboring countries. We do though export sugar, we export cotton, we export tobacco, flowers, coffee, but again the including maize, corn.
Okay.
Right. Though the exports are not in very large quantities, that would need that would.
So it's 5 years per term,
Yes.
and if you like the president, then you put him back in for another 5.
For another 5.
Okay.
Once that lapses,
No more.
no more.
I like that.
No matter how good they are,
Yep, no more.
no more.
It's one time.
2 times.
2 times.
Isn't that just like us?
Yeah, 2 terms. That's it. No more.
Only one president had 3 terms.
Which president had 2 terms? 3 terms?
Somebody had
From 1964, when we got our independence,
Uh-huh.
the first president did 27 years.
Oh God. Oh, it was wartime. Okay.
Yeah, his reason for that was to unite the 73 tribes that we have in the country.
And did he do it?
He did. He worked it out very well. On that one, yes, he scored, but we got fed up. People got fed up
Okay.
of him being the only one.
Okay.
And even if he was the only one ruling, he would still get our parents to go to polls. And elections would be held with ballot papers printed in a way that there would be a frog on one side and him. His portrait on one side and the frog on the other side.
Oh no.
So parents had to choose
A
between
frog
the frog
and him. So they say, I'd rather pick him than a frog.
So he kept winning the elections.
Oh
But
God.
as I said, people were getting fed up. So the frog was getting more votes.
Oh, the frog
Yeah.
was getting more votes
The
after a
frog,
while.
the frog votes kept on increasing. And he realized that at a certain point the frog would embarrass him.
We need to do that.
So he changed the system.
Uh,
Now the ballot papers would have a no on one side and a yes on the other.
yeah.
So if the yes box got so many votes, you were saying yes, carry on ruling. If the no box got so many votes, you were saying no change, carry on ruling.
Oh,
So
wait, what?
You're saying no change. He interpreted that himself.
Oh.
And people felt the ballot wasn't helping.
Oh my God.
So they took to the street. And we had a lot of riots, demonstrations,
Yeah, like what's going on in Kenya.
work stoppages, and he gave up. He allowed for multipartyism, and he contested those elections, and he lost.
Oh. Oh wow.
So we got in the second president, who then changed the constitution to allow for the incumbent to only do 2 terms of 5 years each.
That's good.
But the president did his 2 terms, and towards the end of his second term,
Yeah.
he started saying he understood why his predecessor ruled for that long. Power is very sweet.
Of course.
So he tried to manipulate the same constitution he changed.
Yeah.
He could run for the 3rd term.
I said no.
But that didn't work for him, so
Wow.
he didn't make it.
Wow. You see that power?
So we voted in the 3rd president, and now we are sitting with the 7th.
Okay. Wow.
Takes place.
Yes. Yeah. Just
Compared to
plant them back.
many that
Cut down.
cut down. And
Yeah.
even if we did the planting extensively, it takes years for a tree to grow,
Yeah.
but it takes minutes for one to get down.
Cut it. Yes, it's true. It's true. But you know what? You plant one today, you plant another one tomorrow, and the next they'll grow back.
It helps.
Yes. So you just have to it's called reforestation. You just have to replant.
You're very right.
Yeah. That's it.
Of energy.
Okay.
For instance, the zero rated on importation of solar equipment.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So if I want to import any solar equipment, I don't have to pay way a sense.
That's
to the
very nice.
government.
So what if you want to put it on the roof?
Yeah,
It's zero.
zero. Yeah.
That's exactly what I've said. Places where you have a lot of sun,
Those
like
that,
100% sun all the time. Even if it rains, the sun will come out.
yes.
You need, if that's the case, and you want everybody on board with this alternative energy. Yes, help. Let them get the stuff on their roof for free, because not everybody can afford it. You know.
Right.
That's how we go forward.
So the government has also decided that all government departments
Yes.
will go into solar. They will put solar systems in their offices, in their workplaces
Ah, okay.
to start with here, so that they leave hydro for other people that may need it.
Yeah. So with the dam and stuff, how many dams do you guys have for hydro?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
Oh, dams.
Oh, dams.
How many you have to use for hydropower?
Well, we have the biggest man-made dam in Africa on the Zambezi River, the river that you just crossed,
Yes.
which is the Kariba Dam, which gives us the biggest output. But we also have another hydro generating station right at the Victoria Falls, next to the falls.
That's perfect, actually. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
We also have others on other rivers like the Kafue River. I think we are also building another one right on the Zambezi River to up onto boost up production.
So the one that's at Victoria Falls, and how many countries does it supply with electricity?
The Victoria Falls is Zambia
Oh, it's Zambia. Because I know it's Zambia and
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe.
Yeah, but the generator is purely Zambian.
Oh,
Yes, it's
oh
on
wow.
the Zambian side, purely Zambian, and it supplies Zambia only.
Oh, okay.
The one that we share and supplies others is from the biggest dam, which is Kariba.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Go again.
Right. It said that every child is eligible to enroll in school, but there is no law that compels parents to take the children to school. 3 years ago, school wasn't free,
Oh,
but the
that's
current
right.
government has made it free from grade 1 to grade 12.
Okay.
So
Yes.
all a child needs to do is get books, uniform, and probably shoes, pencils.
Yes.
Find their way to school,
Right.
right? As compared to what was happening in the past, parents had to pay, and that saw many of children not go to school because parents were not affording.
Oh, couldn't afford to
Yes.
pay.
So the free education now that has been introduced has exposed us somehow and revealed that we do not have enough infrastructure. So the many children now that are going to school for free
Yes.
are now getting overcrowded in classrooms. And so that has put
So they-
again government under pressure to
To
build,
build more schools.
which is a good thing, right? But 90% to 100% of children at the age of 6 get to enroll.
Yes.
About 50% manage to complete a high school, with only about between 5 to 10% manage to go to high schools like universities and colleges.
Oh.
Not high school.
Oh.
Yeah, colleges and universities.
Higher ed.
Yes. So it has been a struggle to get everybody to, or many to universities, and that has also put us under the record of a high illiteracy rate in the country.
But that sounds like it's changing, because with the
Right.
free education up from K through 12, and building of schools that's going to basically take place because you said the classrooms are overcrowded.
That's right.
Okay, so yeah, that's going to change.
It's going to change, and thank God the current government, though going through a lot of pressures trying to change everything within the shortest period of time.
Yes.
The unemployment rate, which is sitting at around 60%.
Ooh, unemployment, that's high.
Very high. So what the current government has done is they've asked citizens to form cooperatives.
Okay.
Right, and the government will fund them as long as they've got a good idea of business venture.
Yes.
And at the same time, they've taken those kids that have graduated from high school but don't have anything to do back into college to learn skills.
Okay, good.
Right. So the condition is, if you're given a grant as a cooperative,
Yes.
the condition is you have to employ some of the kids that they've taken to school.
Okay, I like that.
Right.
Yes.
So in a way, you're making your own money, but you're also employing.
Right. You're giving back. You're putting back into the country.
Right. So. Yeah.
That's great. That's good. That's a very, very good way to build your country.
Sure.
In every sense of the way, building it. Not just say in the sense of jobs, but also you're educating the youth and employing the youth and basically building the country from that angle of, in the sense of educate the youth so that the youth can take over and continue to build the country.
That's right.
Because a lot of times you forget about the youth, and you do not put the youth first and think to say, well, what about their future? And then, when they become stagnant, when they can't climb, they can't move up, that's where you get crime, because there's nothing coming in, there's nothing for them to do, there's no money, there's no this, there's no that, so they're basically idle, they have nothing to do.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, so if you want to reduce crime, you have to invest in the youth. So that's good, that's a great way to do it.
You've summed it up for me, thank you very much.
Well, it all starts with the young, because the young will become the old one day.
Yes.
Yeah. So you do have to invest in them.
Exactly.
It's kind of like you have kids at home. You can't just say, well, I'm going to use off all my money for me and I'm not going to invest in my kids. You have to invest in your children so that not you looking for your children to take care of you, but eventually they will take care of you.
That's right.
Whether directly or indirectly, right?
Sure.
So, because they're going to be paying taxes.
Exactly.
So this would be like a little village.
Yes, this is a village, and this is the kind of villages that we live in. So these people that live here are closer to town, so they can go work in town and come back. Some of their houses are their personal houses, so they don't pay rentals, and that's how they manage to.
So you build your house.
Yes, just so $60 would probably push them a little bit.
Okay, so land. So the land is basically handed down from generation to generation. So they have the land.
We've got two kinds of land in the country.
Yes.
We've got what we call the statutory land, which is owned by the government.
Okay.
We also have traditional land.
Right.
Statutory land, if you need that's land that is within the municipalities,
Yes.
in towns, and if you need that, you need to apply for it. It's expensive to obtain. You need to have a title over it.
Right.
But we also have traditional lands, like here, where you just go to the traditional ruler.
Like the chief.
The chief.
Okay.
Yes, who has his subjects, like the village headmen, who preside over pieces of land.
Yes.
And they'll give you a piece of land to build your house, but they also give you another piece of land somewhere to grow your crops, to sustain yourself and your family. So once you're given that piece of land, it's yours and yours for generations to come. No one can come to this place, Europe, and you don't need any title.
And you don't pay taxes.
You don't pay taxes for it.
Wow.
In typical rural areas.
Oh.
So it's free.
Oh,
They
okay.
build their own huts.
Oh,
They
okay.
use local material to build. Like they just get poles in the bush,
Yeah.
plant around, then smear the frame with mud,
Oh, okay.
thatch their houses with grass,
Oh, okay.
like this one here. And
This one is very small.
those are kind of houses that you'll find in typical rural areas. It should be the biggest would be 2 rooms.
Oh,
This
okay.
one coming up here. Because these are a little bit closer to town, they are modernized. You find corrugated iron sheets on some of the
Oh,
buildings.
yeah, for the sink.
Yes, we call Mlobezi. Very rich in farm produce, but also timber.
Oh, okay.
You know, the Prime Minister's office in Britain, the UK, number 10 Down Street,
Yes, that.
the wooden door that you see,
Yes.
the timber is believed to have come from there, right on this track.
Oh, this is Zambia. Ooh, Zambia. It says Victoria Falls is that way to your right.
Victoria Falls is still right ahead. Yeah, right ahead of us.
Yeah, because I see the sign that showed that way to the right.
It's the other side.
You know what? When we were in the park, we saw people swimming on the Zambia side.
Ah, yes.
I think it's called what? The Devil's
Devil's Pool.
The Devil's Pool.
We have 3 pools there.
Yeah.
So depending on the levels of water,
Yes.
like now the water levels are receding,
Yes.
so the Devil's Pool is open.
Oh.
When we had the levels high,
Yes.
we're using the Angel's Pool.
Oh.
If it gets higher than that, we use the rock pool.
The rock?
The rock pool.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh wow. So the Devil's Pool says what it is. The water is low, you can really see danger. Well, like, I'd like to experience that sometimes. Another time when we come back.
Right.
We'll come back.
Please do come back
Oh yeah.
and experience the rest of the activities that you may not have done.
Yes. We've been away for too long.
All right.
Yeah. It's time to come home.
The road?
Yeah, the road. It's a road.
The
road.
roads, they would have put toll gates and they were going to be collecting money.
Yes,
themselves.
that's how you pay back.
How many years did it take for you to pay back? That's like
I think it should have been 25 years.
the
Oh.
road is for about 2-3 years. It didn't sound right.
No, because you have to tax the people to pay that. And if you can't, then they come for stuff like your ports, and you said the airport, and you said your hydroelectric plants.
So
Yes.
airports.
And some mines.
And
They
some
wanted to get
mines.
the mines so they could
Oh.
take the copper out.
Oh, you see that? That's why you have to that's why I always say, do it for yourself. Understand that I understand it's the money issue. You need the money, and I guess they have the knowledge and the know-how, but I'm quite sure people have the knowledge and the know-how. You go to university, you learn. Oh, well, what happened to like Jamaica? A lot of people can do the work, but they don't give it to them. They don't give them the job. They want to give it to you know who. It's a trap.
It's a different form of colonization.
It's exactly.
This is one of the old cemeteries in the country.
Yes.
Because some of the British that were here in the early years
Yes.
were
Buried here.
We also have a segment of it that is enclosed. I'll show you right now, coming up.
Yeah, it's big. It's pretty
right
big.
here, which is a Jewish cemetery.
Oh, okay.
The Jewish community.
Yes.
So this.
Oh, this part right here.
Yes.
Oh.
So when you're here in Livingston, we also do conduct the Jewish.
Oh, so they have synagogues here.
Yes.
Okay.
I I'll point out where it is. We may not see it clearly.
United Church of Zambia.
Right, so we're entering
The little town.
the little town of Livingston, the tourist capital.
Tourist capital.
The first town to receive civilization in Zambia. And was the first capital city of Zambia until 1935 when it got relocated to the more central location, which is Lusaka. The younger congregated in there.
Wait, what?
George Bush
Junior.
Yes, when he visited us,
Yes.
he actually congregated in there.
Oh.
Yeah, we've had two former United States presidents, with Bill Clinton also having visited us.
Oh.
Kamala Harris came last year back in Lusaka.
Yeah.
But one thing that disturbed the citizens was that when he was coming to worship, the locals were in church, and his security guys came with dogs and got everybody out of the church.
Oh
Did the
no.
sniffing and then
Oh
told them-
God, took over the church and said, get out.
Yeah. That was a little bit upsetting. To
Yeah, well, for the sake of protection,
Yeah.
you don't want anything happening on Zambia's soil. Yes. You gotta,
18 something.
so you have the only river you have is the Zambezi, or do you have other rivers?
Have other rivers with the Zambezi.
Being the biggest, the
being
longest, the widest?
Yes.
Okay.
It's Zambia and the fourth in Africa.
Yeah, because that's a big river.
It is.
Oh, that's a mosquito too?
Yes.
It's right there.
This one is a fly.
The next one is a mosquito.
I missed the mosquito.
See, nobody's trying to kill the fly. The fly can go about its business. The mosquito. Okay, that's a sky. How many floors? 1.
6.
Okay. That's the biggest skyscraper in Livingston, guys. 6 floors.
And so, yeah, this is the heart of the city of Livingston. If you came 50 years from now, you'll find it exactly as is. You may only have different colors of the buildings. This is to preserve the history of the city. For instance, the building on the immediate right, built in 1942.
Yes.
That was the first bank of the country. Currently on the left side.
I see the hospital over here.
Yes, this street that you see was the main street that was separating the locals and our colonial masters there. So this side was for the colonial masters, while the left side the right side was for the locals.
That's a market right there.
Yeah, and the area just on the other side is called the second class.
Second class.
Because the locals then were called second class people by the
Second class
British.
citizens. Can you imagine? So, in other words, the city was segregated.
Yes, very, very segregated into
This side and that side.
about 5 minutes to the airport now.
How much crime is there in Zambia?
Sorry?
Crime?
Not very much. The crime rate generally is not that high compared to some of our neighboring countries, especially here in Livingston. No crimes involving firearms, guns and the like. But yeah, petty thieves are there. Okay, people steal. If I left you,
what the other person have?
if I left you in town, I gave you $1,000 in your hands, you would walk through the town with your money and put it in your pocket at the end of your walk. No one will snatch it out of your hands.
Oh.
But you have a lot of people coming to sell their stuff because they've seen you have the money.
This is the airport.
This is the airport called called Hari Mwanga Nkumbula Airport, named after one of the freedom fighters.
Okay.
Who should have been the first president. But because on the eve of taking over, he took too much of wine and slept in on the day of signing documentation. So his secretary signed the documents and became the president.
Oh my gosh! Yes, thanks. Did you hear the story? Say it again.
The person that's named after this airport is Hari Mwanga Nkumbula, who should have been the first president. But on the eve of taking over, he took a lot of wine, and the following morning couldn't wake up to do the signing. So his secretary did the signing and took over the reins of
presidency.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll put this together now. Sweetie.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, look at the plane. Oh no! Alright. Let me get it. I can take this off now. No, we're not. Welcome to Cape Town International Airport, South Africa. Woo-hoo.